banana bake.
So the idea of this, it was originally a recipe online that came from a lady called Hannah Grant. Organic oats, organic bananas, chia seeds, organic walnuts, and I've been putting in some organic raisins as well, just a few, just so it's not totally bland. The ingredients are listed in the description below as well, and in the quantities I put them in, you get 500 grams, which works out to about 1600 calories in the whole bar, which I cut up. So you start off with 135 grams of organic porridge oats that I get from Tesco here. 135 grams of those. Then add in the 100 grams of walnut halves, which I break down. They come in the packet as halves, so I break them down as much as possible to try to make them as small as possible. Even break them down with your fingers if you find any big bits once they're in. Put those in. And then I add in 4.5 tablespoons of chia seeds, and they give it a little bit of a crunch, make it a bit tastier, I think. And then on top of that, I put it back on the scales and add in 50 grams of organic raisins, which also are from Tesco's. And then in a separate bowl, we get 300 grams of organic bananas. Weigh those out in the bowl. And then they need to be broken down into a mush. So I start off just using my fingers just to break them down as quick as possible. And then after that, use a fork just to mash the banana down totally into a kind of moisture mix, which then goes in the pot with the other mix. And the moisture from the bananas soaks into the oats, I think, and slowly as you mash it up, you'll end up with a kind of mixture which can go in the baking tray. There's no fat in the recipe at all. So I think after baking this quite a few times now, and it's sticking to the pan, sticking to greaseproof paper, sticking to tin foil, the best method I've come up with is to use tin foil, and I smear a little bit of butter onto the tin foil and then put that in the baking tray, and then add the mixture into the baking tray, squash it down as well as possible into a big bar. And then that goes into the oven at 175 degrees C for 27 minutes. And then when that comes out, it takes a bit of time to peel off all the tin foil and remove that totally. It's just because there's no fat in the recipe at all. I think it sticks to stuff. So when that's removed, you should have a 500 gram bar, which I think is about 1600 calories. You basically need to weigh and add together all your ingredients. In the app I use, like MyFitnessPal, it gives you a total for these, total nutritional information, and I can add that below as well. Well, it tastes a little bit bland to most people. I've got used to it because I haven't been eating any sugar now for nearly 5 years, refined sugar. And I have noticed, I think the energy in it's coming from the fat in the nuts and the oats, which are slower release. I don't know that much about this, but I've noticed on the bars, on the rides, long rides, that maybe you can't get the energy out of it as quick. So I do still use the SIS energy bars every now and then if I get in a spot of trouble for some quick energy, but almost this is a slower release energy. And it's all natural, organic ingredients. I know hasn't got any preservatives in, and doing my best to be as healthy as I can with it. So have a go, see what you think. Have a look at Hannah Grant's website. There's some good recipes on there. And enjoy. So the idea of this energy bar bake was following on from the other diet videos of trying to change everything to fully organic, natural foods and stamp out any kind of chemicals or processed stuff. And I've been using the SIS energy bars, which I still do eat every now and then and like and think are good, but they do have preservatives, some kind of preservative in them as far as I'm aware.